just as a coach, are the turnovers that he's making, are they silly mistakes, or is it like scheming that teams are doing against him?
Oh, they're playing against good defenses, and it's the nature of the beast of the game. You know what I mean? You're trying to make a play sometimes, and you'll see him scrambling and trying to get the ball out of his hands, get it to one of his receivers, and a defensive player makes a good play on the ball. So a lot of it is just continued growth, by a player, and you see that for a young player going through that. But you also know the dangerousness that he has inside of his legs and inside of his arms. So you can't look at the turnovers and say this is his body of work. You got to look at it and say this is what can possibly happen if he does make this throw. So you got to look at every single thing with a grain of salt and just deal with it as it comes.
Corey, I know it's not your specific group, but Mac Resetich, free safety in the first half, obviously going to play a big role. What has he shown you guys as a coaching staff so far this season? What's this opportunity mean for him?
Yeah, I think this opportunity for Mac is very important. He takes things very seriously, and he's in here every single morning, ready to work. But you see him on the practice field creating a lot of turnovers. I mean, this guy finds a way to get his nose on the football, and I'm excited to see him go out there and in that first half and really be the best version of himself, but also do what Miles has been doing for us for a long time, which is creating turnovers and playing that center field safety for us.
Jaheim got out on the field. There's been some good moments. I know there's a teaching moment with the deep ball.
Yes.
What were the teaching moments there, and what have you seen from Jaheim?
Just like Matt, constant growth. And in fact, those guys are roommates. They're growing with each other through this world of football, through the world of Coach Aaron Henry, through the world of myself, through Coach K. Rich, and how we teach these guys, just making sure, like, man, it's not the worst thing that's ever going to happen to you is a ball being caught on you. How you deal with it is what we're trying to see you grow. It's just constantly chopping wood. One day that tree is going to fall and everybody's going to hear it and see it. But right now, just keep chopping wood humbly, quietly. Nobody should know that this is the work I'm doing, this is the extra work I'm doing. Because right now, he's in that indoor right now working. That's what Jaheim is doing. He's working, and that's what's making him the player he's becoming because he's a worker.
What's he brought to your group?
Oh, yeah, just a level of humility. You know what I mean? Talking to his dad on Dad's Day it was phenomenal to see. This is how he was raised. You know what I mean? His father talked about how during one incident in high school football where he, after a play, he came to the sideline, he slammed his helmet down on the sideline. His mom had to stop his dad from going on the sideline and disciplining him as a dad would. But it just speaks to how he was raised, saying, I don't allow that. I grew up playing soccer. It's not American football, but you don't throw your helmet down. You don't do that type of stuff. You grow from those moments. And just seeing how he handles being coached speaks to the way he was raised. So, yeah, just love that kid for how he's able to take things in and do exactly what you tell him to do as fast as you want him to do it.
What's kind of the vibe like? Just 2 consecutive losses. What's the atmosphere and the vibe like in the locker room?
We're just trying to go 1-0. We're not worried about the past. We looked at the past during the bye week to see these are the things we need to clean up, whether it was a win or a loss, so that we ultimately can get in that phase of how do we become a better football team individually by self-scout, how do we become a better football team on defense, in the back end and the front end. So I think our self-scout, the way we went about things and just really trying to identify our weaknesses and our strengths and trying to really grow in those moments was the best thing for us.
Corey, I know takeaways are so important to you guys. Those haven't been coming as much lately.
Yes.
What do you see? What do you guys evaluate self-scout-wise of why those haven't come?
Well, teams have did a great job of trying to, make sure they protect the football around us. And quarterbacks are sometimes even throwing the ball away or taking sacks or scrambling so they don't put the ball in the air against us at times. So we've got to continuously just encourage the guys, keep punching at the ball, keep breaking harder at those passes to give us an opportunity to make a play on the CTO, TTY, catch the ones they throw to us. And we've also dropped some interceptions as well, right? So we've got to continue to do a better job of creating ball drills in practice that simulate what actually happens on game day. So all of these things that we're doing this out of our turnover circuit period that Coach Ahan does a great job with us with. And so you'll see the guys just creating these opportunities. Now we just got to take them to Saturday.
I mean, if the takeaways aren't there, then what is important for the defense? Maybe if you're not getting those extra possessions.
Yeah, we just got to continuously do the things that we got to tackle well in space. We've got to continuously hyper focus on getting off the field on third down, right? And most importantly, continuously being good in early down defense. So all the things that we really create our defense off of and that thought process. But most importantly, we can't get turnovers. We got to continue to play great defense for the rest of the team.
Was Minnesota second half, was that proof of how valuable Xavier Scott is to you? Like, how valuable is he to your group?
To hold a guy, that type of receiver, that's a veteran, just like Xavier, to hold that type of guy to minimal yardage in the first half But then to have a second half of explosion that he had because Xavier was trying to do the best he could to get his body into it and make sure he was ready to go and just couldn't. Those are the tough things that you see as a coach when your player wants to go out there, but he knows he's not able to give 100%. So instead of going out there at 75 or 80 or 90, he would rather just, try and become a coach on the sideline, encourage his teammates and go from there. So it was tough seeing that, but his impact on the game is phenomenal. Every time he's in, it's a calming spirit, but it's also a playmaking mentality he brings to the table.
I know you've